Hey everyone, welcome back to the stream. I'm very happy to have you all here. It looks like we have some people in chat already. So today we are going to be doing You Pick What Lego Star Wars Set I Build. By the way, we do have the new Mandalorian here. I want to quickly shout out everyone here. We have Bread Productions. We have Bogan Brix, one of the winners of my mock contest. Official Lego Brothers, Brad Brix, all great fans of the channel. We started a little bit earlier than scheduled. Hoping everyone is doing well. We have M4NDO, Victory PvP, DP Bricks, all these great people. As you guys know, we have our peanut butter M&Ms, and we can discuss all the new Lego Star Wars sets. And we're also going to be picking out which sets we're going to do. The first two sets I have up here that you guys are going to get to pick which one I build first. I just have my hyperlapse camera ready. And yeah, so hi, how's it going? Hello, that one, Lego Man, 15 viewers. Yeah, it's later, so I don't think we're gonna get too many people to start off, but hopefully we will get more as time goes on. Okay, hello, Jordy. Hello, everyone. So I think we're gonna get started right away. So chat is going to get to vote, and ooh, 1 second. Oops, it got blurry. Sorry, it does that sometimes. Okay, here, what if I, ooh, okay. We're gonna get real close. That's weird. Okay. Ooh. I don't know why it's doing this. Maybe, I don't know. Okay. There we go. Umbaran Soldier Ballot. So first off, the set we have here is the Resistance Y-Wing. This one comes with Zori Bliss, Poe Dameron, D.O. And then we have another one. This is another Poe Dameron set. This one comes with Poe Dameron Janna, who's a really cool figure. I haven't built these sets yet, so I wanted to get to them. So the pick is up to you guys. Which one should we build? The Resistance Starfighter, or Y-Wing Starfighter, or Poe Dameron's X-Wing Starfighter? Hello, the Saber Trooper. So put a Y for Y-Wing, put an X for X-Wing. Okay, so I'm seeing an X-Wing right now, Y-Wing, X-Wing. Hello. Hey Saber, cool, okay. X-Wing, 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 Y-Wing, Y-Wing, Y-Wing. Ooh, it's mixed. Y, X-Wing, Y-Wing, X-Wing, what? Ooh. Okay, well that person repeated. Okay, so, whoa, there is a big mix. Whoa, okay, we got a wave for Y. Now we have a huge wave for X, X, Y. I'm trying to get a vibe for what you guys want to see most. It's very mixed. It's very mixed. Huh. Y-Wing or X-Wing? Okay. I think the consensus is chosen. I'm seeing a little bit more Ys than X's. So it looks like we are going to be starting with the Resistance Y-Wing Starfighter. Yay! Let's get a hype in chat for all the people who wanted that to be it. Oh, I don't have my razor thing, so I'm going to have to. Darn it! I don't have not my razor. My box cutter. So I have to use my fingers to open this, and I ripped it already. Great. Okay. Well, now that that's already happened, let's just wedge a scissor in there. Get it open. Okay, cool. Okay. Sorry for all my X-Wing boys. Maybe we'll have time later in the stream. I'll let you guys vote between that and another set. We'll see if it gets through. I just want to get one of these done. Okay, so let me just set up my hyperlapse camera, and then we'll talk. Hyperlapse. Okay. Okay, I'm just testing, so be mindful. Yes. Okay. Okay. Hyperlapse camera is set up, and of course the green screen gets jacked up as soon as I do that. So we're actually gonna move that back a little bit. So yeah, what do you guys think of the new Lego Star Wars reveals today? It's been a while since we've gotten 2022 reveals. I will say it's been quite nice to get just official pictures out of the gate. We had no clue what those were going to look like. And now we do. So that's kind of exciting. Like, nobody had seen these before. And they just dropped as official pictures from Polish Amazon. So thank you to my Polish people out on Amazon who done goofed. And looks like our first figure. they're not blinking. It is going to be Poe Dameron. So that's pretty cool. You have to lift his arm, give him these pants. Poe is great. I like his hair pieces on his minifigs, not gonna lie. Although, there's his face print. How is everyone? Sorry I have to go bye, studs. Hope the stream goes well. Thank you so much, Brad Productions. I'm glad you at least got to show up. You also might want to respell Productions in the name. Brad Productions Gaming. It's not spelled correctly. I just want you to be aware. So pumped. Kind of underwhelming to me. Kind of underwhelming. Yeah, I will say that I mean, I didn't expect much. Their helmet sets, so nobody gets super hyped over them. I thought Mando looked goofy. That's my big problem with it. Mando looks too goofy, in my opinion. Okay, we built Poe and Dio. Now we're building the snow trooper with a cape. Hey, building your backlog? Yes, we are. I like how everyone knows what a backlog is. I didn't have a backlog until 3 months ago, or a series backlog anyway. I had sets I was saving and not building on purpose, but I never actually had a set of a backlog of sets. Right now I still have the Harry Potter train, the Harry Potter buildable characters, Hagrid's hut, the UCS AT-AT, now the X-Wing. I have all my army sets that I just bought that you saw in that recent haul, and the Daily Bugle. So ton of that. Yeah, Amanda looks odd. Yeah, I'm a fan of the heads. Okay, so we finished that boy. It's very cool. Mando not look goofy. You see, I'm getting more used to it. As I look at it now, it doesn't look as bad. It just still feels too thick to me. As I look at it more, I get used to it. But that kind of happens with all Lego Star Wars sets. Because I look at Lego Star Wars sets more than the average person. I probably look at some of them more than some people who own them. Because I am always seeing pictures of them. So, I've seen Boba Fett's starship a bajillion times. And Moff Gideon's a bajillion times. So I'm kind of desensitized by, I guess them to a degree. So I won't look at them ever and be like, oh, that's cool. I'll be like, okay. So, every time I see a new set, it's always briefly exciting. Which is kind of why I'm happy this didn't leak. We got a full look at it. So that's something that's very rare. We don't usually see that, and it makes sense. There's nothing we'd really get from here other than a plaque, which I don't think anyone would want to risk their job walking out with a plaque of a Lego set. At least we'll walk out with a minifigure if you have to do something, but I really don't think people should be doing anything at all. Quite honestly, even though rumored sets and all that stuff is great for content, I do like seeing stuff officially revealed. If I had to choose between one or the other, I'd like set rumors and I'd like set names to be announced. Sometimes I wouldn't like set names to be announced. Sometimes I'd like to be surprised. But for the most part, I think I would be totally down to just have them get revealed as is. I don't know. What do you guys think? How's your doggo? Good. Actually, right next to me, we have Darcy, because Darcy's mommy decided to leave for Florida. So that is an F. And by her mommy, I mean my grandma, who owns Darcy. And Darcy is here. There she is. There's her butt. Hello, Darcy. Okay. Okay. Here, we're gonna do that a little bit. I feels like there's too many studs, though. When is Studs Brickmas over? Studs Brickmas has ended, my guy. The winners have been announced. In the video, it has Cal Kestis in the thumbnail, if you are wondering. Is there another bag one? No. Okay. And where did those pieces come from? Okay, so that goes here. Okay, so 3, 4. Okay, so I guess I just have to put all these down. Hello, Darcy. Everyone's saying, oh, Darcy, oh, your dog's so cute. Yeah, Darcy's cute. She's been very depressed since my grandma left her here. Um, but yeah, she's been my pal, so that's been nice. And then Bailey's good too. Yo, Venator Brix, how are you doing, my guy? I think I first found out about Venator Brix. He did a video on his favorite Lego YouTubers, and I was on there. Usually, if you make a video about me, I am guaranteed to watch it and comment on it if your comments are enabled. Like, I just like watching that type of stuff. You should make a mock of a Red Among Us No. You know, here's the deal. If we hit 30,000 by the end of January, which is 2 days, I will buy an entire set of Among Us plush. And you guys are all going to have it in the back of my streams and deal with it. As much as I don't want it. But guys, we're getting very close to 30,000. We're about 1,000 away. I don't think we could do it in 2 days. Prove me wrong. Prove me wrong, please. Yeah, I'm not too confident we're going to hit our 2,000 goal, but I would love to be surprised. So, I'm not going to write it off completely. The Brick Council is declaring war. Why is he declaring war? Because I started a stream at the same time as him? Tell the TBC he can go to Hoth. He could go to Hoth. Wait, he's building Hoth, so. Are you going to live stream Lego Star Wars: The Skywalker Saga when it comes out? I would like to. That's something I'd certainly like to. Would you guys watch that? Would you guys watch me play Skywalker Saga? Because I would do that. Because I intend on playing the game fully through, and, you know, might as well monetize it. No, I'm joking. But I might as well use it on the channel. Because you guys like Lego Star Wars. I wouldn't do it with, like, any regular game. So, like, I wouldn't do that with, like just random, like, any, like, if I wanted to stream well, I guess Battlefront counts, too. I could probably get away with streaming Battlefront, because it's Star Wars. But, like, that's a game I certainly have an excuse to do. Yeah, so I would watch it 100%. That would be fun. I feel like I'd have good commentary. I don't know. I just feel like I'd be good at that. I haven't done a gaming thing. I just need to learn how to set it up to my Xbox. Once I do that, then yeah, I'll do it. It's going to have to take me an afternoon to figure out how to do it. And I'm just not big in the time department. Like, I'm always doing something. I will say that's the one fantastic thing about doing this whole YouTube thing over anything. I'm always doing something. There is never a time when you're a YouTuber that you're not doing something. Like, even sometimes, like if I have to scroll through, like, because I want to find like TikTok trends, because I try to do them, and unfortunately I suck at TikTok because I just don't watch it enough. So sometimes I'll force myself to sit down and just scroll for 5 minutes. And like, I set a timer because I don't want to get sucked into it, and just see what's trending. So that way I know, like, okay, this is maybe I'll get an idea spark for what I could do. How was your day? Star Wars, my day was good. That's a very creative name, by the way, Star Wars. I wonder who... You should tell this guy I know, George, about it. I think he'd be interested. He's looking into a movie. I want to get Skywalker Saga, but it's kind of expensive. That's very true. It is expensive. I guess you just have to consider what's more valuable to you. Like, do you think you're going to play it a lot? Because if you are, then it's absolutely worth it. Think of it as buying 7 Mandalorian microfighters. It's just Lego Star Wars sets are expensive too, and I feel like you might. Depending on how much you play the game, you might get a better value out of it. It's all up to personal preference. So it was, and if you're going to buy it, I strongly recommend spending the extra $10 and getting the deluxe version if you can. If you can't, that's fine too. But you're getting that Luke promo, you're getting all the DLCs with the Bad Batch and stuff, and the Rogue One and everything, and you're getting the Carbonite disc. That's all on Amazon, by the way. I left an affiliate link on my community page, so you get that if it's still there. You can't really suck at TikTok because there's zero talent involved. I think, you see, I used to think that too. But I've learned as I try to do it, you at least have to have creative ideas when it comes to how to incorporate it. At least, if you're just doing a dance, that's one thing. Like that's not creative at all. You just have to learn the dance. But if you're trying to do, like, a funny one, which is, like, most of them at this point, you need to, like, study them, and you have to come up with a funny joke and something that people will want to watch. Or something that you just find interesting. And then once things like that are funny start to become trends, it's not as funny. So, like, there was that Italian thing, and I got on that pretty early. Like if you guys saw my like every Lego fan can relate to this, and it's like my Lego room is perfect, and it's like like that one. It's on my channel. You could check it out. Yeah. Do you think Lego would do a 20th anniversary Marvel set such as Maguire and Garfield movies the first MCU? No. You see, I don't think Lego is prone to doing anniversaries for everything ever. I think the only reason they really did like an anniversary, like or any series anniversary anyway, because like what I consider as anniversary is them doing like that whole Star Wars wave they did, for the anniversary of Lego Star Wars. So like they don't really do that much of that. They did the 20th anniversary of Star Wars because Star Wars is a huge IP they've had. It's their biggest theme. I mean, it's kind of a no-brainer type thing. But I don't expect them to do it for every movie, and I hope they don't. The only reason they'll market like, oh, this is a 40th anniversary of The Empire Strikes Back set or 30th anniversary of Empire Strikes Back set is because that's what Star Wars is marketing it as. Right now, I don't see a huge marketing push from Star Wars, like the company, or Disney, for an Attack of the Clones like anniversary year, because there would be a big marketing push. So like you get a bunch of Attack of the Clones toys out in stores that would say, oh, 20th anniversary edition or something like that, and we're just not seeing that. So that's why I'm not super confident Lego will go do that. If Lego's going to do Attack of the Clone sets, they're going to do Attack of the Clone sets. That's the bottom line. If they want to do them, they're going to do them. It's not going to matter if it's an anniversary or not. But with that being said, I still do want to do like a 20th anniversary Attack of the Clones set ideas video. Just because I did do an Attack of the Clones set ideas video, but I want to update it because there's stuff I missed, and I had some good ideas. So since then, and by the way, like everyone talks about like a Geonosis arena now. Like I've been talking about that for a year. Like I've wanted that for like a year and a half now. I've been talking about that for a while. So, and everyone else has been like late on the bandwagon with that. So welcome. Like, because I was talking Master Builder series, Geonosis Arena. Like, that's what I want to see. This cam is fine. Says Republic Brix is now selling minifigures cheaper than Clone Army Customs. Yeah. So is Firestar Toys. I mean, CAC sells them at their base price. But they sell it cheaper to resellers. So resellers have the ability to sell it cheaper. Plus, with Republic Brix, I like them a lot. I bought a bunch of stuff. I'm still waiting to do a video on it. I just haven't had time, to be 100% honest. Like, I'm figuring out exactly how I want to do that video. But with Republic Brix, he uses Minifig Madness torsos on most of the figures he resells. Minifig Madness, in my opinion at least, is a little lower quality of torso. Like the printing is just less good. Not that that's a knock on them. It's just it's cheaper to make. So like I understand you could get cheaper clones. It just doesn't look as good. So I guess it's a personal preference. I'd rather pay the extra $3, $4 and get the really nice print. I guess that's just my opinion. What do you think, Jonah? Who's Jonah? Jonak? I don't know where he is. I wish I did. Believe me, nobody knows where he is. It's very disappointing. How do you afford so much Legos as a teen? Luckily for me, I'm very financially savvy. So I know when to save and when to spend and invest. So I've been smart in that way, I guess. So like I saved up a ton of money. So I wasn't buying nearly anything for a long time. I was collecting money and trying to invest it properly. And now over like, Black Friday and stuff, I splurged and everything because there were lots of good deals. And I figured, okay, this will be nice content I could do over the course of the next few months until new Lego Star Wars sets come out after January. So this is like my waiting until the March wave. So like I'm gonna do a video on this set here eventually. It's just, you see, I know videos like this. Oh, we have extra pieces. We finished bag 1. Congratulations, team. Bag 1 of 4. I know sets like this video is just not gonna do well. Like it'll do okay. Like it's not gonna like get 2 views, but it's not gonna do like better than average videos. So mostly there's just a video that I just want to get out for completionary reasons. I want to see if I get every 2019 set reviewed. The only one I don't think I own right now at this point is Dio. So if someone can send that to me, my P.O. box is open. No, I'm joking. I'll have to find Dio eventually, though. It's the first ever UCS set that you ever got. Technically BB-8. BB-8, technically speaking, would probably be my first UCS set because he does, I believe, come with the UCS logo. But if you don't count him, probably the UCS Falcon. Yeah. My theory is Joe Nectoy's got COVID. Yeah, I don't think that. I think he just went to college and disappeared. Or he died and didn't have any family to, like, you know, respond to his emails and say, sorry, he died, all sales are final. Like, I'd prefer that. Like just some sort of confirmation that he exists. Or that he doesn't exist. Or something happened. Because, I just want to know what's going on. He was a main channel sponsor for a while. And he helped out the channel a ton. But he disappeared. By the way, guys, I do want to quickly plug this. And this is slightly guilty plugging. But right now, Rakuten is running a deal. Where if you spend 30, you get 30. And they're offering me a special promotion, like if I get 3 people to sign up. So if anyone wants to check out the link in the description to sign up for Rakuten and, you know, go buy a nice Lego set on Walmart using it, it would be greatly appreciated. So strongly recommend that if you've been eyeing a set and you want $40 or $30 off, totally do that. By the way, this is the first Y-Wing I've built in a long time. When was the last Y-Wing I built? I think the last one I built was obviously a mini version of this. I bought the Microfighter. He's Rayless Y-Wing. Yeah. By the way, this set should have came with Babu Frick. What's the deal? Where's Babu Frick? This was the perfect set to put Babu Frick in, and they did not put him in here. And I am forever disappointed. By the way, guys, you know, I realized something yesterday. Is Rakuten like honey? Yes. It basically, but the thing that I like about Rakuten is they give all the same cash benefits as honey, plus they actually give you money just for signing up and spending a little bit. So, like, they do more than honey, effectively speaking, but they're not doing crazy sponsor things with Mr. Beast. So, the money that they spend on that, they spend on influencers to promote honey, which is fine. Like, I don't have a problem with honey. I like honey. I just think Rakuten's great, too. By the way, after this episode, the reason I'm doing the stream late is because I need to stay up because I am going to be doing a podcast episode with Ashen Flash. Does anyone here know Ashen Flash? I'm curious. So I've been writing down topics I think I should talk to him about. So anyone who knows Ashen Flash, comment some stuff, and on the podcast episode, maybe we'll ask your question, and I'll say this person asked you this. So yeah. So that's how do you set up a giveaway, because I have 100 subs and I want to give away a 500 spot pack. There are lots of ways you could do it. You could see like the ones I do on my shorts. Those are ways I do them. Or you could do like my Studs Brickmas giveaway. Just make sure you're doing everything legit. Make sure that you're keeping the people participating safe. Like say this is the email you're going to be emailed from. It's more about how to do it safely. That's what you should be more concerned about than just how to do it really easy. Ashen Flash, yeah. Do you ever consider collecting something else? I mean, I do collect other things. For instance, there's my Lego Muppet collection. And actually, here, one second, I'm just gonna... There's Muppets down there, and we're gonna... Okay. And there's Muppets everywhere. I collect Muppets. It's kind of bananas. Okay. Oops. Cool. By the way, guys, goals for this stream, I want 2 members. Not much, but hey, it's something. Any membership would be appreciated. Again, love memberships. You get special emojis and all that stuff. Also, I set a $50 goal for peanut butter and butter M&M fund. By the way, I want some. Studs, I just got a giant haul of Lego yesterday. What other set should I get? I don't know what you got to begin with, so I don't know what other ones you should get. Where's the sign up for Rakuten? It should be in the description, like Muppet Mania. Studs, would you ever collect Black Series? I tried. I bought like an Ahsoka Clone Wars version, and I think I bought a regular Mandalorian, and not like the Mandalorian, just like a Clone Wars blue Mandalorian. And yeah, I mean, they're all right. They're just not my thing. Like not my thing, to be 100% honest. I tried. There was a big hype around them for a while last summer, I feel like. But the problem is they keep selling out everywhere, so I it's hard to follow, to be 100% honest. And I just don't want to get involved and lose more money on that. So yeah. Chances are I've actually thought about it a ton. I'm probably just going to end up selling the few I have. I'll set it on my Mercari or something. I just don't need them. It's just, I don't want to get down that rabbit hole. Maybe I'll keep them. I'll probably regret selling them. So I love the Muppets. Oh, that's awesome, Mando. I'm really happy to hear that. You guys, that's when you guys hear me talk about the Muppet Lego series, like, I am so happy about that. Genuinely speaking, I never. Like, when I was little, I would go home every day and look on eBay to see if I could find Lego Muppets, and I never could because they don't exist. And now they're doing it, and, like, I don't even know what to do with myself. Growing up, I had this kid who went to my temple. His mom worked for this place called Brix for Kids. I don't know if they're still around. And she did, like, so she was, like, a big person who like, was involved with all that, and I guess, like, she didn't get me interested in Lego, but that was before I was interested in Lego. So this was me seeing it from the outside. So I was like I wasn't like 6, but I was like 7 or 8, and I just saw this and I thought, oh, that's kind of cool. And like, I saw my first, like, that was the first time I saw like Lego Star Wars stuff. And I was like, oh, okay. I didn't watch Star Wars at the time, so I didn't, like, I knew of Star Wars. I knew Darth Vader, but like, I didn't watch it or anything. So it was all kind of new to me, and I'm like, yeah, it's like, oh, that looks interesting. Studs, do collabs help you grow your channel? Not as much as you think. Not as much as you think. That's really it. Like, it depends on how interesting you are in the content. So, like, it depends on who you're collaborating with. For instance, if I was to do something with M&R Productions that was based around Lego Star Wars, say, chances are that would probably be influential to my channel. But if I was to do a collaboration, say, with, I need a random example. And the reason I'd say M&R Productions is because he has a fan base that also likes Lego Star Wars. So that would be like a type of thing. But if I was to do a collaboration with, say, even not like fully Lego Star Wars based. So if I do something with Ash and Flash, even, his base has very different like watching habits and stuff. So, like, even if they may subscribe to me and they may be like, oh, okay, he's friends with Ash, like, because I'm doing a podcast with him later, then they'll see, okay, maybe I'll sub to him, but they won't actually engage with the content. So not as much as you think. Collabs aren't as crazy. I just am doing this podcast thing just because I want to talk to everyone. And quite frankly, I just want to have a good relationship with everyone in the Lego community, because everyone's really cool. So I think doing a podcast is a great way to, talk to people. And we have 3 amazing guests lined up so far. Well, we have one, SW Brix Films. By the way, guys, that podcast is now available on Spotify. So if you have Spotify, strongly recommend. We dove into a lot of stuff. It was a little bit of a rough podcast because it was my first one, so I didn't go into it entirely with a plan. But I guess that happens with most podcasts' first episodes. I want to be able to look back and say I've improved. But SW is great. We talked a lot about Lego Star Wars. Since he's also Lego Star... And I guess this is the thing that's interesting. Since he's also very similar to what I do in terms of Lego Star Wars, although he does more mocks than me, it's a lot harder to come up with conversations because we both just do the same thing, so I can't, ask about as much because, we already... I already, and most of the people watching would already know that. So I think with the podcast, I also want to expose people to newer things. Bam. Yeah, Bogan Bricks, if some people are sending inappropriate messages, and yeah. 3 more days until next month, and you don't have 30K yet, sadly. Don't worry, it'll happen. Don't give up the hope. It will happen. We have 3 days, and right now, we need about 1,000 in 2 days. So, It's gonna be close. Right now we have 2,000 to 28,900. So, oh, I hear talking. 1 second. I think my phone is like playing something. I don't know. I'm hearing. Oh. Oh. Oops. Oops. Okay. I figured out the problem. It was my headphones. So, yeah. Saw the front view of Mando's helmet, and it doesn't look as bad as the side angle. I agree. The front angle, if you have it head on, it looks awful. Wait. What? Were we getting raided or something? Hey, do you have minifigure packs on Ahsoka Brickheads? Yeah. Yeah, so which are you guys going to be buying any helmet sets? I'm curious. You see, usually I refrain from buying helmet sets, but this year I'm like, I'm going to count them as regular sets. I'll buy them. The thing is, first off, videos on helmet sets never do well. Because, I mean, duh. Like it's pretty obvious what you're looking at when it comes to helmet sets. Like, we get it. It's a helmet. You don't really need to go into that many details. With that being said, I'm still going to buy them, just for completionary reasons. I want to be able to do it. Thinking about on the Lego Star Wars YouTube channel, what are some tips? Biggest tip I could give, and I started an entire membership series just for this. How to grow a Lego Star Wars YouTube channel to 1,000 subscribers in 1 month. Watch it. It's exclusive to members, so you need to become a member, but even if you become a member for a month, it is so worth it. I just did it because I didn't want... Everyone asks me that all the time. People ask, how do I start my Lego YouTube channel? I explain in that how to do it. In a month. So watch that. It's really good. It's a 6-part series, about 10 minutes each, give or take, and it really helps. I wish I had that when I started Lego YouTube. And a lot of people have taken advantage of it to different degrees. They've taken in a lot of different tips from it, and they've grown their channels pretty big. Another Dark Trooper attack leaked on Lego Fulcrum's Insta. Let me check on this, because I want to see this. If it did, you will see a video on it tomorrow. Lego Fulcrum. I don't believe you. Oh. Well, that's not really a leak. That's just 3 Dark Troopers. So chances are, if that's the case, if we're seeing it... Ooh, there are new blasters, though, so that's pretty neat. So those aren't new minifigures. Chances are we're going to see official pictures tomorrow, because you'll notice on his page he posted a picture of a Dark Trooper helmet, Luke's helmet, and a Mando helmet, and the next day they got revealed. So stay tuned for that tomorrow around 11. That's when it happened last time. So, yeah, he just, guys, for those who aren't aware, one of the major rumor leaker people in the community. By the way, did we get $1? Or something. 2% of our goal is in. I didn't see any dollar donos. Did that happen? Did I miss that? I didn't see that. That's weird. By the way, guys, share the channel around. We need to hit our goal. So, every press of that button will be appreciated. And, I was thinking maybe I won't do a clone lieutenant. Maybe I'll do a different clone. Maybe we'll see. So, that's an expensive figure. So maybe we'll do, like, a less expensive figure. Do you ever consider buying a life-size wearable clone trooper armor? No. I mean, maybe if I, become a huge YouTuber, and that just seems like a fun video idea. Like, walking out in public as a clone trooper. Maybe I do that. But, probably not. What are your thoughts on Dameron Productions? I think he's great. Cool dude. Cool dude. Very interesting dude. Although, I do think, hopefully one day I get to have him on my podcast now. That's like a goal. I need to interview some people first before I get to him, because that's a that's a goal type of a thing. I need to do that. But I gotta say he has a borderline hoarding disorder. when it comes to his Lego collecting, it's borderline insane. His entire garage is full of Lego, that so much so that he has a hard time walking around it, which kind of it's hard to get your head wrapped around. I hope, like I was talking about this with my buddy BFAB, like I hope that he has really good insurance on his stuff. Like he needs to get a good insurance plan, because if a fire is set there or something happens to that, if someone walks out with that, that is a solid probably like couple $100,000 just walking out the door if that ever happened. So like, my gosh, it's insane. Studs, if you could estimate how many clones you have, at this point probably close to 500-600. Probably closer to 500 actually. 500 is probably the number. This year, honestly, I'd like to see if I get 1,000 figures in my clone army. Quite honestly, with my clone army, it's not the biggest clone army in the world. It's a nice sized clone army, but I'd certainly like to beef it up a little more. And I think, like, because I've made all the major investments I've wanted to, so like now I feel more free to, like, you know, once I have enough saved up. Because like this year is going to be an expensive year, but if I'm able to financially plan, I'd certainly like to buy some more clones and stuff. My goal is to get every Lego Star Wars clone minifigure at minimum, so that would be nice. By the way, stickers application silence in the room. Okay, we're putting on the sticker. By the way, guys, while we're here doing sticker applications, submit your questions to Ask Ash and Flash in chat. And if I see one that I think is sufficient and neat to ask him, then I will ask him and say, oh, this person asked it. So you can be special. Also, I applied that sticker completely backwards, so I need to apply that up. Maybe a new Clone Trooper Commander to destroy. Yeah, I might do that. I might destroy a Clone Commander. I watched this whole documentary on Netflix about Frank Sinatra yesterday and today, mostly today, while I was building the James Bond Aston Martin. It was just a snowy day out, so when I wasn't shoveling outside, I was building the James Bond Aston Martin set, and it was just nice, just sitting in the living room, chilling with the fireplace on. You'll see a little bit of that in the vlog. We also watched The Irishman last night. That's when I started building it. Finished it this morning. Yeah, it was very snowy today. So, like, I will say, I'm not going to miss the snow when I eventually do move to Florida, so. Yeah. Okay. So, stickers. Okay, now I'm going to look at chat briefly for what they have to ask him, Ash and Flash. If you worked at Lego, would you Lego? Esme thinks that Lego DC will ever be like it was in 2012. I need more like questions for him, like just about life, like or just random, because I don't know how exactly approach that topic. Like, just what's going on. Why would you buy Clone Troopers without getting scammed? Where would you buy Clone Troopers without getting scammed? Well, that's a very easy thing to do. Buy them from reliable websites. The Clone Army Customs, they're legit. Firestar Toys, they're legit. Always read descriptions, and then you're pretty much guaranteed to not get scammed. And never, if someone's trying to negotiate, like, hey, send me the money this way, or like do it some shady way, they ask you, just don't do it. If it's too good to be true, it probably is. Although sometimes you get lucky on Facebook Marketplace. Wow. Darcy is sleepy over here. For those who were not here at the beginning of the stream, my grandma has left for Florida, leaving me with her dog. So Darcy is next to me, sleeping. How is your life, Ashton? Rip Tom Brady's career. What happened to Tom Brady? Did Tom Brady... Is that just saying, like, he's bad? Or did Tom Brady leave? I don't believe that. I need to look that up. I don't believe you. My aunt would be devastated. Wow. Oh my gosh. Okay. That's news to me. Tom Brady is... I don't follow football much, but ooh, that is a blow for many people. So this is his last season, I think. because he left the Patriots. Wow, I mean he's like 50 something now, so arguably I don't from what I could see, arguably and you can't argue with this, even if you don't like him as a player, you still have to admit he is probably one of the best football quarterbacks of all time. So, really talented guy, whether you like him or not. Like, more talent than anyone, I think, in history when it comes to that particular sport. So, hats off to you, good sir. He certainly made his money's worth on it. He certainly he wasn't just the best, and he just didn't get any credit for it. He got credit for it, but I just want to point that out. Rip to Tom Brady. It's been an honor, my dude. If he's watching this, imagine Tom Brady watching a Lego Star Wars stream. That would be funny. It's like my buddy Matt the Brick was like. This isn't Tom Brady, so like this isn't someone nearly as famous, but it was like Jake Paul's girlfriend or something went on his stream and said like, "Hey, how are you doing?" and had like a small interaction with the Brickwiz on stream, and it was the real one. Like they checked, it was legit, but there's still no understanding behind it. He cheated. Be quiet. That's just what sour people say. What point in time do you think I should make a Lego Star Wars YouTube channel? Is that a question for Ash and Flash? Because he doesn't do Lego Star Wars. But if it's a question for me, here, I'll answer that. The way I started my channel was kind of very gradual. First off, I started like my account specifically to ask a question on an MNR Productions live stream. So you could actually go back to 2017, the year I actually my channel was created, and you could go back to them, and you will see that oh Darcy, jeez, you good? Okay, Darcy's just getting readjusted. Hey girl, you okay? Okay, Darcy's just sitting. So. I just kind of started just to comment on his stream actually, which is kind of funny now, because both Lego Star Wars YouTubers. So that's how I started, because I was a fan of his thing. Oh yes, I did say that, Soji. 1 second, I'll get to that. I also am missing these 2 bricks, so I don't know where they go. I think they go here. And then after that, I became a huge fan of the Daily Tactics YouTube channel. Well, actually, before that, I was a fan, but I didn't comment or anything. So then I commented. I became famous from that, moderately famous when his community. I got 100 subscribers just for being a big fan and commenting all the time. And then after that, I started an Instagram community revolving around him, became a fan page. Then later on, I started doing more and more Lego, and then quarantine happened. I'm like, I'm gonna do this every day. I actually got a taste for it back in 2019 of December, because I was doing daily. I was doing 25 days of Rico, where it was a Christmas thing. So I was like, wait, I could do this. Soji, here. So I promised Soji I would make him mod, and make him mod I will. 1 second. I am still getting over that Tom Brady is retiring. My boys in Boston are going to be devastated. Devastated. Oh, there's going to be a national day of mourning. I think there was when he left the Patriots, so he's probably dead to them. At this point, they're probably. I don't know what's going on with the Brady politics of the world, or whatever they call it. That's all sports fans. But that is certainly an F for all his fans. Brinkley is also a good place to get clones. Sometimes. I'm not gonna fully endorse that statement. Sometimes it's better to get them. I have a secret place that I like to refer some of my friends on where to get clones. It's not that secret. You could find it out. And I guess, there's 36 people here. And chances are maybe 1% of you, which is effectively none of you, are going to take advantage of this. Goodwill.com. Fantastic site to buy cheap Lego. It's like eBay. They do bidding wars, but not many people know about it, so it's a lot easier to win. So, there's your tidbit. I personally haven't bought anything from them yet, because I am not good at following it, and their website is like an old website, and it's not very friendly, user friendly. But yeah, do you like football? Not really. I just thought I'd comment on it because that's a pretty big historical event. A man of that stature retiring. We're covering it here on Republic Stud Show. Imagine I just open a breaking Republic Stud Show with Tom Brady has retired. Like, people will be like, I don't give a crap. And evidently neither do I, but like, it's still an F. Like, I still acknowledge what he did. He's still a fantastic dude. Says minifigs on a base plate crack the torsos. No, what cracks the torsos is having the minifigures pushed close together to their legs. So like, I don't do this with most of my minifigures, but like what a lot of people do is they'll like just kind of separate the legs and the torso a little bit so there's not as much tension. Because that's what cracks the torsos, is the legs being wedged in there. So if you want to, have a long-term minifigures, so I need to do this eventually with my rare figures. I just need to separate the legs and the torso a little bit, just so that way there's wiggle room, so that way they don't, here, I'll give an example. So, like, so it'll look odd, because you'll have this just, like, kind of gap in between there, but if you want to preserve your Lego figures, that's certainly how you're going to want to do it, as long as possible, anyway, so, because nothing lasts forever. Like, dust eventually kills all. Which is partially why, like, I want to get involved in display cases. It's just they're so expensive. Like, I could buy a whole, like if I wanted to buy, like Wicked Brix, they have fantastic display cases. If I wanted to buy a Wicked Brix, say, Bad Batch display case, it's $50. I could go buy another Lego set for $50. So, like I could get a case to display that, or I could get what's a $50 set? Or I could get, like, 3 Clone Trooper minifigure packs. So I could get like 6 Clone Trooper minifigure packs and a poly bag. So like, it just doesn't seem like a good trade-off in my opinion. Although for my big UCS sets, I do eventually have to get one for all those, because like that's just preserving a thing that's already expensive. So yeah, I wouldn't probably get a display case for any of my sets like under $150, $200. But beyond that, I do want to get display cases. So just to keep them safe. Where is Anakin? Is he safe? Is he all right? Dust is the worst thing ever. Yes, dust eats away at Lego. Like, it is insane. Like, I'll look at like sets. Like, I have a particular set that I've had for quite a long time now. It's like this museum. I got it from my great grandfather. It's a nice set. I've kept it built. It's still on my shelf down there. It's just the pieces crack so badly. It's awful. It really is. And I hope Lego figures this out. Like figures out how they're gonna like make these more longevitive and works with dust. And I don't think, I think that's just making a better product, making them last longer. Because, yeah, it's easy to say, oh, plastic lasts forever. What are you talking about? Yes, plastic lasts forever, but it doesn't stay together forever. So, like, granted, you'll have a water bottle. That'll stay together because the way it's made. But with Lego, you have it sitting on a shelf, which is what they're primarily doing in most cases, especially with the newer model, with the newer business strategy they're doing. So it's difficult. They need to figure out how to make them more dust resistant. Says, I think I'm becoming a member. Can you guarantee the member-only video will grow my channel? If you follow the advice to a T, then yeah. But you have to become. You can't become a silver stud. You have to get the rank higher. I think the silver stud's just stream benefits. Just if you want to just show like, hey, I can use emojis. But yeah, and even if you want to join for a month, I strongly encourage it. Just help grow your channel. Like, quite honestly. And if you happen to like the program, then you could stay in. Plus, you get mentioned in all the video descriptions, so that's pretty cool, too. They should do a dust clearer set. Yeah, it's hard to dust Lego sets. Because, I spent a solid 30 minutes trying to dust my Falcon, and I did not make much progress. My UCS Falcon, that is. It's just hard because sometimes it just gets so packed in there. And it doesn't matter how much water you put on or anything. Water often sometimes makes it worse. Believe it or not. because it attracts more dust. Which I was fascinated by. I didn't realize that. Which is why I'm going to be much more cautious doing my like pool drop test videos in the future. I was going to do 2 of those this summer. But I just didn't get to it. It got too cold out too quickly. And I didn't have time. But this summer I'm going to do 2 of them. Where I drop test stuff in the pool. Maybe we'll do a certain UCS gunship set. We'll see. Plastic lasts forever, but it doesn't stay together forever. Logan. Oh, that is a beautiful quote. Someone should like put that on a shirt. Hey studs, have you had the chance to make a Lego? If you had the chance to make an official Lego set from a theme that Lego hasn't made, which would you do? I already know which one I would do. I'm the your name guy. Oh, okay. Well, Muppets technically hasn't been officially revealed, so I would do Muppets, and it would be a Muppet theater, and it would be great. If that is not allowed, since technically speaking, they're doing Muppets, and that's a theme they haven't done. Oh, they've done so many good ones. They've done Toy Story. I love Toy Story. You know, here's what I do. But Lego would never do this particular set. I would love to get some sort of beautiful, like 18 plus, obviously, display set from The Godfather, one of the greatest movies of all time. I think they could do a lot with that. They could do the meeting of the 5 families, which there's no way they do. There's a bajillion reason they wouldn't do that. I don't know exactly what they do with Godfather. I'm trying to think. Like, they can't do the shootout. That would be too morbid. Well, this is my dream scenario. If I could do anything I want, it would be The Godfather, which I know isn't an answer you guys would be particularly excited to hear if you haven't seen it. Beautiful movie. I had the privilege of finally seeing it for the first time very recently, and I loved it. So I would do something off of that probably, but I don't know exactly what it would be. I wouldn't do a minifigure series. That would be a little weird. The horse head in the bed. Ooh, no, I wouldn't do it. Shawshank Redemption. I wouldn't do something off. There's no way they'd do something off of Shawshank Redemption, and I don't think that should really be a Lego set. But I do like that movie. I recently saw that one for the first time too. That's a very good movie. Obviously, all these movies I'm talking about, if you're on the younger side, do not watch them. Wait until you're older. You'll, first off, appreciate them more. Second off, they're not made for younger people. So, I recently, yesterday, watched The Irishman. I know a lot of people didn't like it. They thought it was boring. I thought it was good. It was a piece of art. It was not a piece of like movies for what the new term of movie has come to expect. You know, movies are now kind of like, and people don't like it when I say this, but like they're like roller coasters. It's like, oh, you're going to a theme park, you're just gonna watch action and watch this and turn your brain off kind of movie, which is fine. There's nothing wrong with that. It's just a different kind of movie. I like the more like, you know, depict the deeper messages. And I think people try to get that with like the action movies. So like with Star Wars, they'll throw in Easter eggs and people will try to find that. And they're looking for just that stuff to analyze, but it's just so much more trivial compared to deeper messages you get with these types of movies that I was talking about earlier, like The Godfather. When is a prequel to Traitors coming out? Prequel to Traitors? Traitors is the prequel to... Clone Traitors is the prequel to a series called Rico Lego Star Wars Story. So it's already a prequel. Are we doing a prequel to a prequel? Is that a thing we do now? I guess that's what the Old Republic was. So maybe, but probably not, because if we did a prequel to Clone Traitors, actually, we could do a prequel to Clone Traitors. But it would have to be Phase 1, which first off, I'm just not a huge fan of Phase 1 armor. Basically, if I was to do a prequel to Clone Traitors, which I could do, I do have that storyline set up. But then again, I'm probably never revisiting it, because I kind of... I want to do... If I had to do anything, I would certainly do Rico Lego Star Wars Story 3. If I had to choose between any of them to do. And I might go back and do that eventually, which is why I need to hit up all my friends who voice act before their voices change anymore to do that. So I'll have the audio files in case I decide I want to do it. But I do have a script for Rico 3, by the way, which would be the sequel to Rico Lego Star Wars Story, which is the kind of sequel to Clone Traitors, or it's the original series. And a deep theme that I try to discuss in Clone Traitors, I actually tried to give it theming and deep theming. So there's a little bit of a cinematography or story writing with Republic Studs. Now, Clone Traders is a series about Lego figures and clone troopers. But the deeper, I guess, meaning that I tried to capture behind it is loss and brotherhood. Because like you'll see towards the end, there was a huge ideological conflict they had. So there was the character of Grinch. So this is for people who watch Clone Traders. If you haven't, go watch it. It's really good. I have a full hour cinematic of just all the cinematics. This is more towards season 2. Now with season 2, the character of Grinch was kind of taught about Order 66, by the Sith Lord, and he basically is like, I need to destroy the Republic. I don't want this awful stuff to happen. Obviously, there's someone's under control of all of this. Nobody listens to me, and he kind of goes nuts. And there's this ideological battle that happens between him and Boomer, the character of Boomer, and basically, his position is what I just said, and Boomer's position is, yeah, that may be the case, but it's out of our control at this point, and I want to be able, and I think you should at least be able to enjoy the life you have. And if you can live without that, if you could just know in the back of your mind, like, say, I don't want to say because I guess there's a way where you could just look and say, yeah, that's pushing it off or just ignoring the problem, which is true to a degree, but you shouldn't spend your whole life living in that fear that this thing might happen or that this thing is happening. And I guess it was kind of like, you don't want to get caught up in too many conspiracies because it just ends up making your life work even worse, even if they turn out to be true. So I guess being a little ignorant of things that are going on, I guess, is the message, which probably isn't the best message, but I think it's a message that resonated a lot with a decent amount of people who watched it. They thought, I probably shouldn't get worked up over things, which is something that I certainly felt, because I used to get worked up over a lot of things, and now I just kind of don't as much, and writing that really helped with that. So yeah, there is your deep ideological talking about clone troopers with the Republic Studs, and that is one of the many themes. There's also a lot of loss in that show. Like, I was killing people left and right, just because I feel like those are probably the best moments in Star Wars. So I give people decent character arcs, and then I kill them, which isn't great. But I still am glad I'm limiting my characters, and everyone stayed dead for the most part. Although I did take back one death. If you live in fear, there is no life. Exactly. That's my point. You don't want to live a life full of fear. That is exactly. You hit the nail on the head. I was trying to articulate that, and you did it. It's not good to live a life where you're just worried about things all the time. Fearful people are generally weak people, and you don't want to be a weak person. Well, not generally, are. Yeah, and when I say fearful, it's okay to be fearful of things that are like really scary. Like if something was if there was a nuclear warhead coming your way, that's okay to be fearful. But if you live your entire life in just abject fear, then that's different. Okay, back to Lego Star Wars. I am planning to make a Lego Your Name vignette style idea set, but I'm too lazy. Yeah, I will say the vignette style of sets, like the Vader's Meditation Chamber, that opens up a world of possibilities for new Lego Star Wars sets we could see. And nobody talks about it. Like, there's so many different things. I mean, people talk about it to a degree, but like they don't talk about it in the same way as, oh, well, when we will get a new Playscale gunship. Like that's gonna be how Lego Star Wars community is, just because it's a younger group, or more immature group at least, I should say. So, like, I don't think there's gonna be another playset gunship. I'd love to be proven wrong, but I don't think it's gonna happen. Believe me, I would love to be proven wrong, because I know if I did a video on it, it would do well. Like, new Lego 2022 gunship, and I have actually proof of that. Or like, because with my Ask the Stud thumbnails and videos, people ask about him, and I'll put that in the title. And people have come to those episodes like never before. So you'll notice the last 3 episodes, the titles have referenced a 332nd Battle Pack, a a Mandalorian Starfighter, with the Naboo one, what else? Captain X Y-Wing, gunship, and those videos seem to resonate with a lot of people, showing that there's a high demand for it. So, of course, I'd love to see them. Fear is a path to the dark side. Fear leads to anger. Anger leads to hate. Hate leads to suffering. Very true, Mr. Soji. Soji, you need to come to Florida with me. Soji is trapped in California, and he needs to go. By the way, guys, we're on the last bag already, which I did not see coming. We're about an hour in, so I have been focused. I want to check to make sure I'm recording right now. Okay, here. I just do want to move this right here. So yeah, I just want to have that in the shot. Because people over 18 are major. That's very true. No, the 18 plus sets are overpriced. I'll give you that. But they're a whole cool line of sets. I think there's a ton of potential with. By the way, Zori Bliss, underrated minifigure, overrated character. The problem with episode 9, to be 100%, well, this isn't the problem. This is a minor problem with episode 9. This isn't a big one. My favorite thing is, if you guys remember the character of Dio. He's the little droid dude. Where's my build? I had a Dio here, and now I do not. I do not know where he is. Dio's in the set, right? Yeah. Where'd he go? There he is. This guy. He is the biggest failed marketing campaign ever with Star Wars. They tried to make him the new BB-8, new marketable little cute guy, and since. And the thing is, they completely missed the mark. First off, because The Mandalorian came out a month before, and everyone was just fascinated with Baby Yoda. And by the way, everyone liked The Mandalorian more. So that was the first fail. And if you had to choose someone from that movie that you think, oh, who is that cute character? It was Babu Frick. And nobody in the marketing team, I guess, saw Babu Frick as like a big, cute, marketable, adorable character. So... Yeah, I just find that mildly funny because they thought that like Dio was gonna be the popular one, and then it ended up being Senior Babu Frick, if anything. It was certainly Baby Yoda. And by the way, if Disney knew that Baby Yoda was gonna be a thing, you know they would have had toys like lined up. Because I'm really happy it took them forever to get toys out because it got me more and more hyped to like buy Baby Yoda toys. Like I was seeing like Build-A-Bears announced and everything, and I wanted to buy everything. I still have not bought a Baby Yoda Build-A-Bear. I will do that eventually though. That is a thing that will happen. Within the next 3 years of my life, I will go to Build-A-Bear Workshop and build a Baby Yoda Build-A-Bear specifically for a video, just because that feels like one of those things. By the way, Build-A-Bear, I did see. I got an advertisement for this. I don't know why, because I guess it's because Star Wars, but they did a Build-A-Bantha, like a little Build-A-Bear Bantha. But the problem with it is that it is $55. And I was like, no way. So unless they run like a Black Friday sale or something, there is no way I am buying a $55 Bantha Bear. What the Babu Frick? I got Dio Productions, but I meant sending Rex to Studs. What? You're sending Rex to Studs? You're sending me a Rex? Yes, please. What current sets would you recommend the most? Mandalorian Starfighter is great. If you haven't bought that already. A Clone Battle Pack, minifigure pack. Obviously, if you haven't bought Fire Force Battle Pack. I'm going to assume you have. Okay, let's say a survey. Does anyone in chat not own a 501st Battle Pack? Because I'd assume almost everyone here owns at least one. And if you don't, but you want one, tell me. I'm curious. Because, like, I don't think there's anyone left who, like, hasn't bought that if they haven't wanted it. At least one. I see a $140 gunship set is gunship not send you a piece to Rex. If not, I send you a piece to Rex. I agree to that deal. I don't think it's going to be that. Because I am not that confident. My Bab store has the Last Jedi Rey in stock for like 3 years. What's a Bab? Do you mean BAM? Bricks and minifigs? There's a difference between BAM and BAF. Should I get the Boba Fett Starship? It depends if you want it. By the way, the lack of the slave one, I hate that it's the fire spray. The lack of the slave one in the Book of Boba Fett's kind of disappointing. We finally got it in like one episode, but like it shot up some people, which was like them speeders, which was cool. But after that, it didn't do much. So like, what's the deal? And it also got eaten by the Sarlacc for a brief second. Which, by the way, I think Boba going back and killing the Sarlacc was kind of great. I liked how there was like a fan like theory, and like this was just wild out of the blue. Like, what if Boba Fett dropped a one of the sonic booms? What are they called? Seismic charges into the Sarlacc pit. And I actually heard that, and my friend was telling me about it, and I was like, no, they're not gonna do that. That's dumb, but that would be cool, and they did it. So I own 3. No, Scout Trooper. You don't own any file for spell packs? Wow. Fire spray gunship. Oh my gosh, be quiet. It's not the fire spray gunship. Why can't they just call it the Slave One? It's not that hard. The name of Star Wars is Wars. They had an entire arc about slavery in the Clone Wars. It's not like it's like a taboo subject in Star Wars. I mean it is. Like, Darth Vader was a slave. The main character of the entire series. Is everyone just gonna forget about that? Anakin was just a starship. Little Starship Annie. That will never not be funny. The whole... What is one of your favorite LEGO Star Wars sets? UCS Falcon is by far the best. But I guess we're going to have to wait to see how the UCS AT-AT is. I need to get started on that. Because the thing is, I want to get started on it. But, like, I don't know if I want to live stream it. Because then I, like, have to, like... Because I'm going to want to get it done. And it's going to be all here on my desk here. And if I want to do podcasts, and I'm just, like, keep pushing it off. What's probably going to end up happening is I'm just going to wait until spring break to do it. But I don't want to wait that long. By the way, we just finished a fin. Or one of these, like, engines. By the way, when I was younger and I had my Y-Wing, it was so much fun. I loved it when I could... Because I thought the way the Y-Wing exploded... I might be the only one that feels like this. I love the way the Y-Wing explodes, where it just... You kind of shoot the center, and then the entire, like, the engines just kind of fly around and flail around. So whenever I would play with my LEGO Star Wars, I would unclip, like, the hinges, and I would be like... All the engines would fly everywhere. I remember having so many good memories playing with my LEGO Star Wars sets. I had a storyline continuously going on, like, in my imagination for, like, 4 years. Like, I switched houses and I had the same storyline. Or same characters. Like, the storyline got very mixed. And I think I, like, revived Mace Windu twice in the storyline. And Chewbacca, like, I killed 2 times and revived. And it was something, but because I kind of, if you do something for 4 years, you kind of forget like what you've done with who. But there was this one character I did. It was like a droid. What was his name? ROGR. I think I just named him Roger after like the Freemaker adventures, but like I wasn't trying to be him, but like it just kind of turned out to look like him a little bit, or my character wasn't trying to be him, and I'm just nostalgicing all over the place, and he just he had a droid squad, and that was how it started actually, and Captain Rex was fighting this droid squad, and like I played with the same knockoff Captain Rex the whole time. Granted, I always wanted a real one, but I never had one, so I played with the I had a knockoff helmet on him, and I had the Old Man Rex, everything else. So, like, I only needed the helmet. I didn't have a Rex helmet. But yeah, anyway, he was fighting knockoff Rex helmet guy, and slowly his squad would start to die, and they just took pieces of them, and would make them a part of his droid build. Okay, do you think LEGO will bring back the 2008 Phase 1 Clone Wars style clone troopers? Hope they will. No. I hate to break it to you, that's just not a thing that's going to happen, unfortunately, for some people. That's just not a thing that's going to happen. They're set on the ways right now. They're not changing up the new clones. I am kind of annoyed, because like I'm done with them making new clones. Like I just want a solid clone. Like I just want a stable clone. ideal, like the best, like Lego peaked in 2014. They had the best looking clone troopers in 2014. I'm pretty sure most people agree with me. Like the 2020 clone trooper version, like the new 501st version, the new Phase 1 and the clone minifigure pack, is an inferior version. It's just not as good. You know Roger from the Freemaker Adventures is canon? What? Scout Trooper. Do you have Instagram? Send me that, or an article about that, because I want to hear about that. I didn't know that. Wow, Darcy slept through that. I was like, oh gosh, I'm going to wake the dog. Yeah, I loved Freemaker Adventures. You guys, if you haven't seen Freemaker Adventures, and you want something that you just can watch to turn your brain off, it's a great show. The problem is, I think Disney took it off Disney Plus. I saw a thing, they took Freemaker Adventures off Disney Plus, and I haven't really checked. But if that's true, I'm very sad, and I hope they bring it back, because I don't know why they do that. Ultimate question is, so look at my Bark Trooper, Commander Neo or not? That's a good question. Now, for those who don't know what he's talking about, there was a 2014... Brix considers it a battle pack, but it's not really a battle pack. It's basically, you get a bunch of droids. You get like 2 B2 battle droids. You get 3 regular, or 2 B1 like regular droids. And then you get this Commander Neo looking character. Now, he was originally on the box art called Commander Neo, as in the commander. But later on, they remarketed it to say Bark Trooper. And or 91st Bark Trooper or something, or maybe it's vice versa. So that is a very age-old question, and I think it could qualify as both, because Commander Neo ultimately looks nearly, if not completely, identical to his regular troopers. So I think you can consider one Commander Neo. Maybe if you put binoculars in his hand, that'll consider him Commander Neo. So I am going to split the baby in half and say both. Roger was in the droid book, I think. Really? Well, what's his name? Oh my gosh. 1 second. I was going to say, okay, this is a fact I wanted to talk about, because I kind of found out about this recently, and nobody's talked about this. Like, 0 of the peoples. So, did you guys know Dengar was in episode 9 of Star Wars? Here, I'll pull up a picture. So you guys can look this up. Hrothgar Den. 1 second. I want to show you guys this. Hrothgar Den. Now, this was basically referenced to be Dengar. Now, it has not been confirmed that this is Dengar, but it was basically referenced Hrothgar Den. I mean, guys, look at the name. So Dengar, for those who don't know, is the guy with the toilet paper around his head. 1 second. Properties. Okay, here. Hrothgar Den. Here he is. Look at that beast. So basically, the reason he looks like this is because he wanted to work forever. Now he basically just had most of his body replaced. I didn't realize. I thought Dengar was a human, so I wasn't sure what was going on with the face. Maybe he just got like a bunch of weird surgeries. Yeah. So for everyone wondering where, like, I didn't see him. What are you talking about? He was in a background scene on Kijimi in episode 9. Kijimi was the planet that some of you may remember blew up. So Dengar died in episode 9 of Star Wars, and nobody has even realized that, and nobody has significantly talked about it. If that ends up being Dengar, now I think there's been like alluding to that it's Dengar, so his name's Hrothgar Den, and if you read the description, he was a Corellian bounty hunter. So I mean, like, come on, how many people have the exact same name from the exact same planet in Star Wars and aren't that person? So now Dengar is effectively dead. Granted, he looks ugly, so I wouldn't really want to look at him too much longer anyway. But yeah. Okay, I'm going to change this background picture out. What should we make the background? We haven't gotten any donations, so let's see. I hope that isn't him. I knew this a while back. Brad Brix knew. Here, let's put up Lego Star Wars. And we'll see what the first thing to show up is, and we'll make that our background. No, that's too many pixels. I can't do that. Okay. They just show a bunch of sets. Here, how about we do this? I like this. This is a picture of the Skywalker Saga trailer background. I like it a lot. And it looks like a good background. Dengar is crossbred son. I don't think so. I like to think it's Dengar. Because, like, and maybe it's not, and I'm fine with that too. But, like, I'm good with it being Dengar. I didn't really care about his arc too much. I just like how nobody You know the one I was pissed about? Did y'all know that Nine Num died in episode 9? Well, if you didn't, then you are not alone because the actor for Nine Num says that Nine Num's still alive and insists. This was actually announced on Twitter, where apparently Star Wars canon is confirmed these days. But by one of the like art directors, like during when Palpatine was doing his electric shock, the Tantive 4, I guess that room in particular blew up. Maybe the Tantive 4 itself blew up. I don't know. We didn't see much of it on screen. But Darcy, what are you doing? Hey, Darcy's making her bed. She'll like scratch up the floor and like make it like a little bed, even if there's nothing there. I need to bring a blanket up for her to play up here for her to play around with. Yeah. So Nine Num is apparently dead, according to those people. Now, in my headcanon, because I've effectively like taken from the sequels what I've liked and ignored what I don't. So like, effectively speaking, whatever the Mandalorian and all these new shows do, like that's my headcanon for what happened after the movie. Like, I don't really count that whole thing as what actually happened in my... This is my own noggin. I know I don't get to make up my own Star Wars, but I'm gonna do it because, I need to find this piece. There it is. But, with that being said, you know, I don't know. I don't consider Nine Num dead. Because I remember talking to my mom about this. I was like genuinely upset. This was after the movie, and someone tweeted about it, and then nobody talked about it. Like, oh, is this character that's been here the whole time, one of the only interesting aliens, because the sequel had boring, just looking aliens. They were all the same flesh color, and they were all lazy looking. They weren't anything special, and like the only cool ones were the original dudes. They killed off the kind of background characters, the kind of background kind of named characters. So Nine Num and Akbar were the only real ones they brought in from the originals, and they killed them both. So good job, Disney. I was waiting the whole movie for Lando to die, and it got to be to the end, like the final battle. I'm like, they really killed Lando off now? Because I was like waiting for it. And they didn't do it. So, like, that was kind of nice. Although I kind of wish at this point they killed Chewie. Like, I wish they didn't kill him in the ship. And I wish they didn't do that whole, like, catch-22 where it's like, oh, we're killing you. And with C-3PO, I guess they probably would have been, if they had to wipe him, there were just no consequences. It was like, oh, this awful thing happened. Haha, no, it didn't. I would have rather had consequences and they actually died than not. I know, controversial take, but it is one I will have. Did anyone else feel like that watching episode 9? Was anyone else like, oh, they're gonna kill Lando? Like, I felt like that. Maybe just because I was cynical. I walked in like, okay, Lando's gone. Although I do love Billy D. Williams. He's fantastic. Just a great, classy guy. Billy D. Williams is Space Sinatra, but like a pirate. But like a fancy pirate. I will say, how awesome would it be if you got Johnny Depp playing Hondo Ohnaka in live-action Star Wars? I know he doesn't sound like him, but like just the mannerisms that he could do with Jack Sparrow, but like in Star Wars. Oh, that would be so cool. That's just me throwing it out there. Book of Boba Fett Season 2. Disney, think about it. I guess they kind of have like a canon look for him now with Galaxy's Edge, but they could change it up. Do you think of the TIE fighters in Rebel explode? I do like that, with the way you blow up the center and the wings kind of flail around. Yeah, that's cool. Wedge Antilles in Episode 9. He is the gunner in the Falcon. Yeah, I saw that. I want to see like a background scene in how Lando managed to get all those ships there, even though all of the militaries in the galaxy were destroyed by the First Order and the New Republic earlier. I want to see how they got all those ships there that fast, and that is one of the problems with the movie. They don't show you actually how any of these things are done. They just say, "Oh, look, Lando's here, yay!" And they don't actually show you the battle. Like that was probably actually that was one of the most disappointing things. That final battle, because that could have looked so cool, and I would have loved to see the space battle with all the different ships and be like, "Whoa, look, there's the character, that character," and they just don't focus on it at all. Okay, we could rant about the sequels all day, but I am building a sequel ship, so I feel like I'm kind of allowed to. That'd be cool. When Rey was about to die, I was like, "Oh my gosh, yes, please die." I will say this is the first time this has ever happened to me in a movie, and I like. I'm not this type of person where I'm like overly upset about the whole Rey character and everything. Like I'm fine. And by the way, I'm gonna move these right here because like I thought like my head's gonna be over here, but I'm ending up leaning more towards this way. So we're gonna do this. And I'm like one of these people that overly hates Rey. But when and of course now the second I do this, there I'm sitting here now. The first time I did like this, just had a genuine like bad reaction. Like as I'm watching a movie, I'm like, no, do not do that. It is when Rey and Ben kiss. I'm like, don't kiss, don't do that, please. Like there was no lead up to it. No, thank you. And then that was. And when did Ben learn to force heal? Like, what's the deal with that? When did that happen? Because I'm assuming Luke didn't teach it to him. Because if Luke taught it to him, then presumably he could have, went and saved all the younglings Ben went to, try and kill or whatever. And in addition to that, I'm going to add on even further. Do you guys think that Kylo Ren killed Baby Yoda? Because if he did, I am going to go on a rampage. Do you know anyone who knows how to make animated Lego Death Trooper logo? No. Is $20 clones for $150 a good deal? Yes. Well, I need to see the picture of like what clones you're getting. But like unless they're like 501st troopers, like the new ones, then like unless they're them or maybe the new like battle pack clones, which I think that is even a fine deal for those. Then yeah, it's a good deal. If it's 501st, you might want to be more apprehensive. Just do some math. See if it's worth it. I think if they added Snoke training Kylo, it would be a cool scene in the sequels. Ask the Stud, what is the best battle pack ever made in your opinion? I see M&R Productions a bit different. Okay. Best battle pack? Best battle pack 212. Well, if you don't count 501st battle pack. Well, I wouldn't even count. 212 Utapau Troopers battle pack. That is the best battle pack, objectively speaking. So there's that. Another great one is the Death Trooper and Stormtrooper one. So that's good too. That one came out. That one's the first one I actually like seriously army built, and by seriously I mean like bought 7 of, which was a lot for me at the time. Like I walked in feeling like David Hall. I walked into Toys R Us, got like I got like 6 battle packs, and that was when they raised the price to $15 for the first time. So like I walked out with like 6 or 7, and I was just the happiest kid in the world. That was awesome. Stocking up on those best battle. I don't think I've had an experience with a battle pack other than maybe. I don't even think the 501st have had that kind of experience because it's a $30 set, so it's a very different world, relatively speaking. But I haven't had an experience like that, and I wish I did. Do you think Grogu will leave Luke because he's too attached to Mando? In Book of Boba, I think what Luke's gonna be like is like, listen, I gotta go on a mission. I'm not a good babysitter. You take him, go do your galactic war thing, and then bring him back to me. Maybe at the beginning of season 2 of The Mandalorian, so you could squeeze in some Grogu merch. Like, I don't know. Although I am kind of disappointed they're bringing him in the show. Like, I didn't want to see. I was already apprehensive. Now, listen, the episode with Mando was great and everything. It worked great as a Mando season 3 thing. I did not want this show to be The Mandalorian. I know a lot of people aren't fans of Book of Boba. I kind of like it because they're trying to tackle like deeper elements of Star Wars. They're really like it literally feels very, very similar to The Godfather. For those who haven't seen it, like specifically The Godfather 1 and 2, not 3 as much. To a degree, that the first 2 and 3 episodes, the first 3 episodes did feel like it anyway. You have the flashbacks. You did that with in Book of Boba. They did that in The Godfather. You have that 5 families scene where they're all like having that meeting like in the movie, the Godfather movie. Very, very similar. So that was quite interesting, and I was hoping they'd stick to it, but now it's just like, oh, we're going back to what we did in The Mandalorian, where we're just adding characters we like. And I guess I don't want to say the more childish area of the Star Wars community is just like, I don't like Book of Boba, because that's not true. There are some people who have like objective concerns, but if you think it's just boring, then I think that's kind of dumb. Like it's you're slowly building up a story, and the problem is, since you have so many directors on these things, and each of them have like different directors, like it just kind of makes it a mess. I wish there was one solid vision, like, and there kind of is, but like I wish they kept one tone at least. And like, because they were like trying to do this almost Game of Thronesy type thing. I was talking about this with Daily Tactics on his podcast, and he because I haven't watched Game of Thrones, but like I understand the premise of it, and there's just multiple storylines going on with the Pikes, but then you just tie them all off, like at the head, and just all the Hutts go away. The Pikes are the main bad guys. They end the story of the background with the Tuscans, and we're just kind of going to what we know now, and it's getting very Star Warsy, which is fine. It's Star Wars, so I guess it's what you should expect at this point. But I'm kind of disappointed. I would have liked to see something special from that. Oh, catch you later, that classic Brix. Thanks for popping in, though. I appreciate you coming in. Opinion on off-brand Lego? Not good. Not a good opinion. I'll give you that much. Let's see, what other comments do we have? Book of Boba Fett's cool. I just want more bounty hunters introduced. Yeah, that's fair. I think they probably could have done more, like, in-universe characters. I think they certainly... I think the show could have used that. They did stuff with, like, Chrysanthemum. He's a character that's appeared in the comics. I don't read the comics, but, like, I follow Star Wars Explained on YouTube. And I just like to hear him, like, talk about the monthly updates, and I'll talk about characters. So I knew of him when I saw him, which was pretty cool. So, like, I know of what goes on in the comics. I just don't buy all the comics. Or I try to know anyway. Not a fan of that Dr. Aphra series. I think it's a little too wild, and it's like, what did it just won some, like, stupid award. I don't know. I don't think, based on what I understand of the series, it's not that great. Like, it's wacky, but, like, it's not much more than that. Do you have any Black Series? Yeah, I do. We were talking about that a bit earlier in the stream, so I guess you go back to that. Can I ask a question? Yeah, of course you can. Clone Trooper Battle Pack in 2011 was great. 2011. That is the Bomb Squad Trooper. That is probably one of the weaker clone battle packs, but that's still not bad. So it's not like the best battle pack, but it's a good one. In my opinion. Do you think Kix could be in episode 9? I think it would be nice. I thought he was in episode 9 for a brief period of time. I thought they were going to throw him in the background somewhere, but unfortunately J.J. Abrams hates the prequels. He even said so as much. It actually recently turned out that J.J. wanted to blow up Coruscant in episode 7. I don't know if you guys heard about this. J.J. Abrams wanted to blow up Coruscant in episode 7, but basically the Lucasfilm story group was like, no, we're not doing that. And that was specifically because J.J. just doesn't like the prequels, J.J. Abrams. And basically he comes into the franchise, he does one, like, supposedly nostalgic thing where he kills all of the people you like, and then just leaves you with a bunch of characters you don't like, and leaves you with a bunch of questions that he doesn't have any answers for. Like, he literally left episode 7 open-ended. He had zero plans or intentions what to do with any of the characters. And he said this, like, in public, in interviews. And then Rian Johnson took over, and he didn't like what Rian Johnson did, because he didn't want to run off that. So then he just kind of wrote it away and just did kind of a new thing that he kind of wanted to do, but kind of felt like a mess. You see, I used to be kind of a sequel defender, But now I've kind of, and you know, I guess this is partially because I listen to a lot of people talk about them, and I don't defend them anymore. They were clearly cheap money grabs, and for that, yeah, not exciting. Guys, oh my lord. Did you see who is here in the chat tonight? The crime fighter by day, Lego builder by night. It's Batman. No, I'm joking. It's Javier. Javier, how are you doing? Thank you for asking. I am doing good, brother. Brother. I don't know. I can't say brother. It doesn't like come out right. JJ doesn't understand that it's not about him. It's about keeping the story here. Exactly. The problem is, and Star Wars theory brings this up fantastically. You going into Star Wars isn't you making your mark on Star Wars. You don't get to say, I killed Han Solo. I did this. You go into Star Wars because you're adding to the story. You don't try to leave your mark. If you write a good story, that will be your mark. People remember George Lucas for the prequels. Oh, finally. My gosh. So I live on like a street, and there has been no snowplow all day, and finally a snowplow truck just came around. First time, all day. But yeah, and if you write good stories, like Dave Filoni, for instance, you want to know why everyone respects Dave Filoni? Because he's good at what he does. He makes good stuff that, first off, a lot of stuff fans would want to see. You saw that Clone Wars season finale, one of the best pieces of Star Wars media ever. I don't think there has been it was one of the most interesting story developments, and as you follow it, as you follow Darth Maul's plan, as you follow just the beautiful visuals of the Siege of Mandalore, tying together all these loose storylines so well for a series that has been going on since 2008, it was a beautiful piece of cinema, and one of the things I have watched probably the most ever. And I will forever credit that to Dave Filoni. So, like, if you do good in Star Wars, then Star Wars fans will remember you for doing good things. Unfortunately, a lot of people don't remember the guy who directed episode 5 or 6. George Lucas only directed episode 4, everyone forgets. I think his name was Irving Kershner. I want to remember. Who directed Star Wars episode 5? And you see, I should know this. Okay, episode 5 was directed by Irving Kershner. Yeah, I was right. He passed away recently, like within the last few years. So that's very sad. But like, he is responsible for some of the best Star Wars movies. Episode 5, completely on him. And nobody talks about him. So, yeah, like, just credit the people who do really well what they do. I guess. Which seems kind of like an obvious statement. But, like, yeah. Okay. Well, let me attach these. We're almost done. You should make a video on why you should move to Florida, lol. Because it's just the best. I should do that. Probably. You see, I'm missing, like, this pink piece, I think. I'm trying to find this pink piece. Okay, so, do they want one on the outside? Okay, yeah, they do. So, I guess I'm missing one. It's okay, this isn't a rare piece, so. Like, can somebody get rid of that guy named Rice? He's just a bot. Florida man steals Lego from Target. Let's not do that. That's not a good idea. Do you think you'll ever grow out of Lego Star Wars? If so, what do you get into next? If I was gonna grow out of Lego Star Wars, I would have done it by now. So now I'm kind of in for the long haul, because this is what I do every day, and this is what I guess makes me money. And I think at this point, giving that up would be stupid. So like, I'm even if I just decide not to like Lego Star Wars one day, I'm probably still doing this. So I will always be liking Lego Star Wars. Hi, I am so excited. This is my first ever live stream. Hello, Asia Hayes. Welcome to the first live stream. I hope to have you on more. Thank you for popping in, by the way. Really happy to have you. Hopefully you become a regular. Oh, crud. I dropped the bomb. I mean, there are only so many benefits to being live. By the way, look at this. That is how you do the back of an instruction manual. Even if you don't like these movies, you can appreciate that. That is a nice instruction manual. And I have now every single set on here, which is kind of amazing. I did actually review the Basana Speeder Chase video, but I figured nobody's gonna watch it, so I just uploaded it as a channel member exclusive. So it's there if any channel members want. I guess. Okay, so we're gonna... I just need to wedge this bomb in. Okay, cool. So that's in. And then we wedge in these two boys. 1 second, I just need to wedge in the flick fire missiles. And like that, ladies and gentlemen, we are done. Now, that was a pretty impressive build. Y-Wing did not take as long as I thought it was going to be. We're only an hour and 35 minutes in. I'm going to have to pop off, buy studs. Catch you later, Star Wars. Yeah, nice set. I mean, it's a Y-Wing, so it's nothing like out of the ordinary. I think it should have probably had room for 2 seats, but yeah, you get room for Zori. It should have, instead of doing Dio, they should have put in Babu Frick. The fact that he's not in here is beyond dumb. But yeah, cool set. I mean, yeah. I think it's still available, so if I left in an Amazon affiliate link, would any of you guys buy it? Because I'll go get one if you want, if you think this is a set that you'd want to buy. It's like, it's not a bad size. You see, I see what someone, I have a friend do, and it's very interesting. He'll just buy like a certain color Lego set. So like the Resistance ITS transport. You guys know that Rebel transport, like the from it's a Resistance transport. It's blue. So he just uses it as a 501st transport. So, like, maybe this could be your Shock Trooper Y-Wing. Like, yo, Dilly Billy 06 donated at $1.99. Nice job. Thank you. I appreciate that. I really appreciate that. That's really nice. Okay, Scout Trooper Leigh Douglas Brackett was an actor and science fiction writer called The Queen Space Opera. She was also a screenwriter for Empire Strikes Back, so we know today. Oh, that's awesome. One of the hobbies I occasionally do is popping onto Bricklink, searching up Captain Rex's and seeing how high the prices change is going. Actually, if you want to find out, go on this website, Brick Economy. That's a much better indicator. Okay. Well, Hyperlapse 1 is done. There's the Dilly Billy thing. Very cool. And yeah. So, that's cool. I don't know if I have time for the X-Wing, so I won't put that up this time. I guess I'm going to have to leave this with all the instructions and everything right here so I can take it down to review later. Let's choose one smaller set that we should do. It's going to have to be a smaller set than the X-Wing because I have my interview with Ashton Flash at 10 and I want to be sufficiently prepared. So let me get something. We'll decide. So, I feel like this is going to be an obvious pick. And by the way, I did find the piece that was missing. I was sitting on it. So, okay, it's in. So, Snowtrooper Battle Pack or Clone Trooper Minifigure Pack? You guys choose. So, I'm almost certain most of you guys are going to choose this, but shock me. Maybe we'll do this. I kind of want to build this. But I promised you guys in the title that you get to choose. So, you choose. Choose CL for Clone or S for Snowtrooper. Current cheapest Phase 2 Rex used is 88. That's not bad. I have decided that you will give me one of the build to build. I love Democracy. Well, yeah. Well, if Democracy was cool, I'd actually do this one because I have a base plate over there full of troopers, and I want to be able to fill it up more because I'm like very close to filling up Snowtroopers. So clone, snow, clone, snow, clone, Florida Man, S, C, L, snow. Both is not an option. Okay. The overwhelming consensus is clones. So, clone we will do. Unfortunately. Not unfortunately, it's fine. I think this is going to be the trooper we end up destroying, actually. We're going to destroy the clone captain. How do we destroy him if we don't hit... Since it looks like we're not going to hit 30k. We could still do it. Like, if you guys don't want to see a minifigure get, like, utterly brutalized, then hit that subscribe button. That was a pretty weak sauce thread. I should have came up with something like, I'll delete my channel if I don't hit 30K. I wouldn't do that, though. So, that would be long. I'd be like, well, I take it back. Okay. Okay. Coolio. Clone minifigure pack, ladies and gents. I will say, one of the mildly annoying things with the clone minifigure pack now is it's not like a display. I would have rather it been a box. Like, they could have done the same set, just in a box. Like, I like the whole minifigure thing. I think the box design is cool. I don't know. I'd prefer it to be like a regular box. Dang, even the current cheapest Phase 1 Rex is $44. Really? Wow. I like boxes more, though, so. Subject challenge you to say, you can, Archie Nort, one second, let me just, okay, so CT555 challenged me to say a thing, and I want to know how to say it. Okay.
Archaeonithomimus. Archaeonithomimus. Archaeonithomimus.
Okay, so here, I'm going to try my best to okay, so what, okay, so he wants me to say Archaeonithomimus. Archaeonithomimus. That's my final result. Did I say it right? And the box doesn't have the plastic. The new clones are cringe. Don't cheat. I didn't cheat. I just was checking my chat. I just wanted to have it spelled out in bigger letters. That's all. So I could actually, like, focus on it. Do you have the Death Star? A Death Star? No. I wish I did, though. Because I would totally recreate a certain scene from Spider-Man No Way Home. Old Man Rex is still cheap, though. Only 24. That's not cheap. I could buy a 501st Battle Pack for that. That comes with 6 figures. Or I could buy a old, hairy man. Like, take your pick. Or 4 premium clone troopers with 2 battle droids and an ATRT and Bark speeder. It's a dinosaur. Is that really a dinosaur? That arc whatever I just said. I'm not going to try to do it again. Okay, well, the minifigures are done. So, epic. By the way, I can take my phone down now. I'm not doing a hyperlapse of these. Okay, so I'm not saying all these words. You guys don't get to make me say difficult words just because I did it once. That's not how this system works. I am not a fan of that. This blatant I don't know. I don't know what to call it. This blatant blasphemy. That's what it is. Blasphemy. I'm gonna buy a Rex ATTE sometime. That is a good set. I think I'm seeing... I see it go online for sale for like 124. I'd buy another one. Like, I know it's not an army builder set. I have so much nostalgia for that set. That is by far one of, if not my most nostalgic sets. Because that was like... I was telling you guys earlier, for those who have been on the stream a long time, about how, like I used to play around with all my Lego Star Wars and I had that running story. So about halfway through that, I added my Captain Rex vehicle. And I've talked about this in another stream, so it's kind of repetitive for some people. But, like, I used to have, like, if you guys remember Selos, the planet they found Rex on. So I put a bunch of my clone boys. This was, like, their home base, this walker. And they just kind of walked around. And then every now and then the ground would just kind of crumble down on them. And they, like, would have to, like, the walker would have to kind of crawl its way back up. And, like, people... all the characters, the way I kill them off is they just fall off and they try to save each other as they're falling off into the abyss. And then later on in the story, one of the characters actually fell down into the abyss because, like, every now and then they'll get, like, a new vehicle and the vehicle will fall down into the abyss. And then one of their vehicles, because, you know, I was limited in my Lego collection, So like because I want to introduce a new vehicle, it was underground. So I'm like, what if we just go underground and revive a character that fell down there? So I was like, okay. It was all my imagination. I want to check if I still have it. It might. Oh no, it's on my old iPad. I don't have it on here. It's on my old iPad. I could probably go pull it up. It was I have a notes file of all the names of the characters I had because I started losing track, so I wanted to keep track of everyone I had. And like I gave a little description of who it was. So I'm gonna need to go back and find that. Yeah. Being back to what I was saying, I would totally go back and buy another Captain Rex's ATTE just for the nostalgia reasons. I'd love to have a second one, and it comes with some cool figures for that price. Like it's a solid set, and it's an ATT. Granted, it's not like the army building ATTE, but it is an ATTE. So like undervalued set. Do you like Star Wars Rebels? I do. I do like Star Wars Rebels. I think they kind of had a bad mix. They needed to be more clear in what it is they wanted because they tried to make the show kiddie but attracted adults at the same time, and they just couldn't make up their minds. So like they bring in Ahsoka and Thrawn and all these characters, and like kids don't care about Thrawn or anything or cool generals. They just care about like kiddie fun stuff, and they just kind of like don't use them properly. They just didn't do a great job with, and I guess this was kind of partially because of Disney involvement, and Dave Filoni wanted to make the best of it because he just had his baby Clone Wars like shut down, and I can't imagine that was fantastic. So this was kind of his way of continuing Clone Wars but making it like because he had to make it kid friendly. So there we go. Either way, Clone Pack is done. Box. Bye bye. I had Rex's ATTE at some point. I sold it to buy more clones. Now that I'm slowing down, I might actually invest in some of those old sets. Yeah. Lego Star Wars set should I buy? It depends. What do you have? Ryan. Hey, Ryan. How old was I? I was like 8 or 9 or 10. Well, no, I couldn't have been 8 or 9. This set came out. I was probably 11, 12. Thrawn was weak. Yeah. Okay, here. I'm going to add these to the base plate real quick. I guess I'll bring this here because I don't know what to do with these battle pack. But ooh, someone needs to come up with a good. I phased out again. Here, I'm gonna leave the camera for a second and go put these down. Someone needs to come up with a good alternate build for the clone minifigure packs. Okay, putting down the armies. Okay, cool. So, you guys get to decide what I build next. Oh, okay. Are we focused yet? My Field Rex HD only goes for $150. I'm actually seriously considering buying it sometime. Yeah, it's not bad. Okay, here, 1 second. I'm just going to throw my garbage on the ground here. So, here are the choices we have for the next Lego Star Wars set build that you get to choose. Snowtrooper Battle Pack or Snowtrooper Battle Pack. You choose. Or you know what? Actually, wait. You see, actually, no, wait. I want to save this. I want to save that for another time. Okay. Or Rebel Troopers. We can do a Snowtrooper one. Or Rebel Snow thing. So, which one? You guys choose. No. Both are the same. I know, that was the choice. Okay, so what you guys can't say snow, they're both snow. So T for Trooper, R for Rebel. That's the rule. T for Trooper, R for Rebel. The one with the most wins. So, how are y'all doing? I saw Javier here, but he hasn't shown up since. I'm sad. Javier, please come back. Ooh, SW Brix Films mentioned me in his story. What does he have to say? Oh, I did a podcast episode with him. He just reposted it. Matt Mellish just wrote me a message. You're Okay, so I'm seeing lots of R's, but they're all from the same person. So I don't know whether to trust this or not. You see, this system seems mildly unfair. I'm seeing more T's now. Okay, I'm seeing an R's, T's. I'm gonna go with Hoth. That goes there. I might save that one. That might be another pick. And you know what we're gonna do? This is gonna be pain, but I need to learn to stop holding on to these. So we're just gonna, real quick, OJ this thing. You guys got that? I hope someone got that. OJ. Yeah, here. We're just gonna. Ooh, that was painful. Ooh, that was painful, but it felt so good. Okay, I don't know what that was. Let's get crack-a-lackin', gamers. Everyone's just like, what? Yeah, I am unfortunately a box collector and an instruction manual collector. But at least I have an excuse, unlike you guys who don't have an excuse. My excuse is that in case I want to do a video on them one day, I have the boxes at least. Although recently, I did actually go through disassembling like almost all my boxes. And I put them all into my UCS Falcon box and I collapsed them. Because nobody really buys boxes individually. So, like, I don't need to have them all taped and, like, pack them in together. So, like, I figure if I want to use them and bring them back, I'll still have all the outside so I could just kind of tape them back together. It'll get the same effect. So that's kind of what my thought process was there. Hey, Studs, do you play Battlefront 2? Someone messaged me. A-Wing Brick sent me a picture. Me when the... A-Wing Brick, when are you hooking me up with that 501st Gunship? Because he's a killer. Kill it. Studs, you play Battlefront 2. Okay, everyone's catching up to the OJ joke. Sorry, there's a delay in the stream. So, I forgot about that for a second, but I remember. Oh. Can you please play whatever that says theme on YouTube? They are really cool. I have no idea who that is, so I'm not going to play that. That was a pretty killer move. You get what I mean. Which Lego Star Wars set should I buy? Please answer Logan. Is that what that said? Boba Fett. I don't know. I don't know what your price range is. You gotta be more specific. What is your price range? What sets don't you have? Here, I'll give you a broad one. Battle packs are always safe. They're always fun. The Armorer's Forge. That's a great set. If you don't mind the armor. Here, what does A-Wing Bricks have to say now? Soon. Razor Crest. Oh. Commander Kronos just sent a bunch of emojis, I think. But I can't see him. Whoa, we just got a bunch of... Whoa, chat is, like, flying. Oh, that's because I started the stream, like... Okay, I don't know what's going on. Razor Crest. Resistant Transport. Charlotte. Yeah, Razor Crest is a good one. If you guys don't have the Razor Crest yet, strongly recommend it. Because chances are there's never going to be another one. And people, in the future, it's going to be really expensive. I sent you cheat codes. Oh! Okay, are those cheat codes for the Skywalker saga? Those aren't cheat codes. Those are just, they give you access to special vehicles and things. By the way, I think, guys, this is going to be my last build, so take it in. Guys, look. It's the Among Us brick. Oh, crud. It's pretty sus. Okay, here. I need to... This is the Among Us brick. The Brick Council did a hysterical video on that. I died laughing. That was really funny. Like, beyond fun. I shouldn't have laughed at that as much because it wasn't really that funny. Like it wasn't like up there with like a lot of like comedians or whatever, but it was. I found it hysterical. Damn, the OG ATTE was cheaper than the Clone Wars one. Really? Is that true? I got the Clone Wars one for $100. It came with everything in the box except for Captain Rex, which I thought it did come with Captain Rex. I was told later in the deal that it didn't. This was a year ago. A year ago, almost exactly now. You had to go back and find the haul because the box came in later. So it's like I just got a Lego Star Wars box. Oh, my friend just Snapchatted me. 1 second. No, guys, I'm not giving up my Snapchat. Sorry. Okay. Okay, cool. Do you have the Boba Fett Slave 1 set? Yes. Que legal es Lego aquí no Brasil emit caro no tom como comprar now. I do not speak fluent Spanish, so I'm not 100% sure what you just said there. Somebody translate, put that into Google Translate and tell me what that said. Tell me, Henrique Cesar said... I am good at, like, doing the Spanish accent thing, though. Like, not accent, but, like, I can speak Spanish. Like, hola, ¿cómo está? Like I don't suck at it. I don't sound like I'm sounding English. Or maybe I do. I don't know. You guys can tell me. Hola, ¿cómo está? Maybe I do sound, like, too English. Should I get the $130 Razor Crest? Absolutely. Everyone should get the Razor Crest. It's a good set. It's a fun... If you want a set with lots of space for minifigures, the Razor Crest is for you. I really want to do a review of the Razor Crest one more time before it retires. So look out towards the end of this year. I'm going to do, because I kind of did a review, like, early on in my channel, but, like, I didn't know what I was talking about, and it wasn't that good. So I want to do, like, a full review right before it's going to retire, because I just want to give people, like, just let you know, this is your last chance. Get it now or get it never. That's probably when Mando Season 3 comes around, I'm going to do a full Razor Crest review. Again, I know I did one, but I want to do it again because I'm not satisfied with the quality of the one I did. It did not get nearly any views. It got like 600 views, which wasn't a lot for when I uploaded it. And yes, that is all I have to say about that matter. It's actually Portuguese, not Spanish. Oops. Sorry. I know there was this girl in my second or third grade class who was Portuguese, and her family owned this restaurant. And she always talked about it to all the teachers. I think she bribed the teacher. She'd give them gift certificates. And the teachers, the parents who owned the place would come in visit the teachers when they were eating at the restaurant, and ask them, "Oh, how was the food?" I don't think she was bribing them. I think it was to be nice. But back then, I thought, "Oh, she's paying them off to give her good grades. That's not fair. I don't own a restaurant." I have the Lego Razor Crest. Razor Crest or Bad Batch Shuttle? That's a good question. I kind of want to compare those two ships now that you mentioned that. That would be a... Would you guys watch that comparison? Not because they're very different sets, but they're both flagships. They both come with 5 figures. I think that would be an interesting comparison. I think it would have been even more interesting if they didn't blow up the Razor Crest. Spoiler alert, I guess, if you haven't seen that yet. By the way, we've been streaming for almost 2 hours now. Where is this piece? So if they didn't blow that up, that would be an even more interesting comparison, just because, these are the 2 flagships. You get to choose between one. But, obviously, if you want to, stay consistent with what shows, it's not blown up in. Hey, maybe they'll blow it up in the Bad Batch, too, so it won't matter. Wonder if I can make a custom ATTE based off the OG one like I did for the gunship. Maybe. Should I get a TIE Fighter set? If you want it. That's the first rule. I mean, if you don't want it, then no, don't get it. But if you want it, go for it. Depends. Save. Right, guys? The Boba Fett's Palace is going to be revealed too. That comes out in March. Get your financial priorities in order. Because, that's what I'm... I'm not too worried. But because it's still going to be March is still going to be $200 something a day between the helmet sets and Boba's Palace for me and the Dark Trooper attack. And I want to buy 2 Dark Trooper attacks. So What's the deal? So that I have an alt build that hold 3 figures using 2 clone packs. Ooh, might want to send me that. If the Bad Batch Shuttle didn't have the figures, I would have bought the Razor Crest. Oh, absolutely. That's the main factor. Bad Batch has infinitely better figures. Not that the figures in the Bad Batch Shuttle were so fantastic, just that you do get the whole, like, at least clone army, like Trooper Bad Batch characters. You don't get Omega, or I guess now AZ is a Bad Batch character, technically speaking. Although, by the way, I am excited kind of to see like AZ and Gonki kind of work in unison with Omega. They just kind of build this little band. Boys, BFAB is here. Here to drop some information about certain content creators' financial income. That may not mine. He would never think that, right? Because I haven't told him. But yeah. Is Jabba's Palace good? We need to have BFAB on. We need to have drunk BFAB on an episode of the Republic Stud Show. That would be the funniest thing. We need to like, but you can't pre-plan those types of things. I feel like maybe we can. I don't know. BFAB, can we pre-plan that? Maybe we can. Okay, another speeder build. I like these speeders. Not a fan of the E-webs. Being 100% honest. Would you believe in the last like 2 years? In terms of design for LEGO Star Wars, we've gotten 3 separate E-web designs. I'm just going to buy Bo's house, not too interested in the helmets. I think you're probably... I'm not going to make an assumption for you, but I'm going to make an assumption for you. I think that you're probably going to also buy the Dark Trooper attack. That's just a guess. You might not, but I think you will. I'm down. BFAB is down. That would be funny. I do need to save some money because I'm pre-ordered something expensive. Well, I pre-ordered the LEGO Star Wars game, so if that's what you're talking about, then maybe that's the expensive thing. We're going to have so many people in the Republic Stud Show. I'm so excited. It's going to be so much fun. I just want to talk to everyone in the community and everyone in the community, even if people who are less, like, you know, like involved. I just want to, like, because, like, there are people I don't know about in the community still. Like the other day I found out 2 channels with 100,000 subs that exist, and I didn't know they existed. I'll probably one of the Dark Trooper attacks too. Yeah, so like I feel like the Bad Batch shuttle, or not Bad Batch, the Boba Fett Palace isn't obvious. I think everyone like in the main LEGO Star Wars community that can get it will. So yeah. Honestly, the Y-Wing took a lot less time than I thought it was going to be. I thought that was going to take up the whole stream, which is why I'm kind of shocked I'm doing army building now, because they would have advertised the stream as an army building stream, but that would have kind of been, like, not telling the full truth, because, like, I was building the Y-Wing, which isn't... I mean, I guess it's Rebel Army. Maybe. I was going to do a different thumbnail, and I would have had 0 people watching this. It was just going to be a picture of the Y-Wing and the Poe's X-Wing, and we're just going to say we're building that, but, like, nobody would watch it because it's sequels. If you could have one superpower, what would it be? I would either have boys' powers, or change genders. Why? I don't want to know why. Okay. If I had the powers, like, I would have the power to be, like, a genie. So I could, like, but a genie that can grant wishes for himself. But they wouldn't be selfish wishes. Like, I wouldn't wish for, like, stupid stuff. I would wish for, like, okay, like, stop, like, get people to stop thinking that communism's a good idea. Probably save a couple of lives there. Stop people from being hungry. Like, that sort of stuff. Like, but you see, that's not how the world works. You can't just wish away all your problems. So, like, if I just wanted, like, a pure, like, just fun superpower, like laser eyes or flying or something, I wouldn't want flying. I'm not a huge heights person. So, by the way, we're finished. Superpower. I would have the power to attract people to subscribe to the YouTube channel. And click that bell icon while you're at it. So, I like that idea. Or I could have the power to summon money, like the Federal Reserve. But the Federal Reserve already does that, so like we don't have to worry. Okay, we are adding snowtroopers to the army. Okay, snowtroopers being added to the army. This is my army building base plate. So I just kind of stick troopers on it as we build armies. So this is how far I am. I know not very far, but like I want to take my time, do it on streams and stuff. I'm gonna put the builds here, by the way. This is my new determination. It is my new thing. I'm currently, by the way, building it. Putting this on top of the Daily Bugle. So yeah. So Darcy. Oh, Darcy's sleeping. I'm not gonna wake her up. But yeah. So that was the stream. In 30 minutes, I have a meeting with Mr. Ashenflash. Has he messaged me about it? No. But yeah, so Project Elements is here. I have the power to slow down time, so I can do whatever I want. Yeah, I guess. I mean, but then I don't want to live forever, because you make yourself effectively live forever, and I don't want to do that forever. But yeah, so we're going to round this off. Thank you, everyone, for tuning in. Somewhere in here, we know we got $2 from Billy Dilly 06, so thank you to him. And somewhere in here, someone donated to Streamlabs, and they donated a single dollar. I don't know when that happened, but thank you. And yeah, so we're gonna round off the stream. Thank you everyone for tuning in. Hopefully very soon we will do a stream involving this boy. So we might do a second one of these where we just have you guys choose, because I want to get that one done. And then we also have Harry Potter stuff, the AT-AT Daily Bugle. With that said, I'll see you all in the next one. Remember to peace out and stay awesome. Hey Darcy, are you up? Okay. Alright, you're just licking your feet. Alright.